Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of the Unlaced podcast. Big episode today, but as I always say, if you are new here, please give us a like and subscribe. It's how we grow. And if you've come back again, I absolutely love you, the heartbeat of the podcast. Now, today, everyone knows, I always talk about it. I love the UFC. I love my MMA. Arguably one of the biggest guests we've ever had on the podcast and arguably one of the biggest names on the UFC roster. Alex Poatan Pereira, welcome to the show. Plinio, the coach,
thank you.
The translator today. First off, your first time to Australia, both of you?
É a segunda vez.
Second time for him, first for me.
What are the first impressions like?
Bom, lugar maravilhoso, onde eu fui bem recebido, então não tem que reclamar.
For him, wonderful place where he was well received every time he comes here, so nothing to complain. For me, loving to be down under.
Now, for the Australian listeners, of course, a lot of the people here, we wanted to give you some gifts, obviously, for coming on the show. So we wanted to try some traditional Australian foods just to see if you like them. Some are a bit different, some are nice, and we'll see what you think. So this, what we have here is Vegemite, which is a traditional spread for bread. It's interesting.
I know Dynamite.
This is a Tim Tam. It's like a chocolate. This is like a barbecue shape. So
okay.
Like a chip.
This is like a cookie?
Yeah, so for this one, just maybe.
So this is like a peanut butter?
This, yeah, it's same, but
sweet?
Maybe not as...
But sweet or no?
No, bitter. But this is, for every Australians are crazy.
Rapadura não.
But is it salt or sweet?
It's salty.
So um pouquinho, tá bom.
Yeah, perfect. It's not good, huh? Not good?
Forte, velho.
Strong.
Vegemite is strong.
Come você ver.
Não, tô beleza.
Come,
não, tô beleza. beleza.
Okay, then yeah.
I trust his judgment.
Then this is the one of the famous chocolates in Australia, Tim Tam. This for me is my favorite chocolate. This one is nice, I think.
Esse é legal, ele falou.
É muito bom. Ainda bem que esse foi primeiro. Não, esse foi primeiro.
Yeah.
Thank God this one was first.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry. I did this on purpose. And then this one is when you have friends at your house for barbecues or with your family, little snack. This one good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We ate scorpions in Thailand. This is that works.
So this one, no.
This he said this one's
Primeiro
good.
eu tinha que comer esse.
If you want, you can keep this for tomorrow on breakfast, and you'll see. No, okay.
Esse foi certo, primeiro, mas esse era o segundo. E fechado com
Good
esse.
order will be first, second, third.
This he likes the most.
No, for today. Isso aqui é a sobremesa, né?
Tim Tam's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Não, mas esse é bom.
I say this is good.
Very, very good. Okay, now for us in Australia, we're not very familiar with life in the favelas. Obviously, Alex grew up there. It's very interesting for me to understand what a life is growing up in the favelas.
Bom, é uma vida assim difícil, né? Onde não tem muitos recursos, já um pouco de discriminação, até para você arrumar um trabalho, né? Às vezes tem uma empresa, às vezes é um lugar assim que é muito carente, às vezes tem um pouco de preconceito, então fica um pouco até difícil de você arrumar um trabalho. As pessoas, você é da onde? Tá lá no currículo, né? Tal lugar, então já fica um pouco mais difícil. Então tem a dificuldade, né? De você vir da periferia, é bem complicado.
So, vou explicar bem rapidinho periferia e favela, beleza? Because we say people in overseas, outside of Brazil, use favela for the term of bad neighborhood, but we have two. So we use hood and favela is like very specific, like on the slums of Rio, those made of cardboard and stuff. We were based from the hood, right?
Yeah.
But regardless, both are the same one way that it's really hard growing up in a place like that, because even though you can be good in what you do, people find out they come from a place like that, there's a lot of discrimination. So for you have to grind way harder than everybody else that lives on the outside to be able to get somewhere.
Right. Was that a big part of why Alex wanted to start kickboxing? To maybe get away from that, have a focus, have something to build upon?
Não, eu pensei mais pelo lado da bebida, né? Então, eu com 12 anos de idade, né, comecei a trabalhar na bocharia, um trabalho de uma pessoa adulta, né, e eu com 12 anos comecei, então com as amizades, né, devido ao lugar, né, as pessoas que eu estava, por alguma influência, né, e por eu gostar já também, né, de beber, comecei a beber e daqui a pouco bebendo sem um controle, foi onde que eu busquei o esporte para tentar mudar de vida e eu consegui através do esporte.
Actually, not to do with the neighborhood, but the real reason that he started training is because he started working really young, and because of the people bad company. He started getting into drinking. He used to love drinking a lot. Got to a point that it became almost like an addiction, so it got heavy on him. So he joined the sport to quit drinking and have a life changing from there.
Amazing. I think Alex has the biggest hands I've ever seen. Poatan stone hands. Is this where it comes from?
Yes.
Who gave him the nickname Poatan? Was it from a coach?
Foi meu primeiro treinador, né? Que ele tem famílias que é da parte indígena. Então ele viu assim algo diferente em mim e perguntou se eu tinha algum parente que era índio. Aí eu perguntei pro meu pai, pra minha mãe, eles falaram que os avós deles eram índios. E eu falei pra ele, contei uma história, né? O que meu pai e a mãe falou pra mim, e ele adorou e falou, poxa, vamos trabalhar em cima disso, né? E conseguir trazer um pouco, resgatar, né, essa cultura, né? Pelo menos pra onde a gente estava ali, convivia, né? E aí eu falei, pô, gostei da ideia, vesti a camisa e, pô, tô até hoje.
Yeah, his first coach gave him the nickname because Alex, his first coach was very connected with indigenous coaches. O Beloca, ele era índio de mãe, né?
Da pai e mãe, né?
So his coach was like, his mother and parents were like indigenous. And then he saw Alex, he thought Alex could have indigenous blood. So he asked him, he actually didn't know until he went and asked his parents and said, yeah, we are indigenous descendants. So once he talked back to his coach was like, well, let's explore that side because it's nice, right? So they were all into that culture. So that's how he came out, and then he gave him the nickname Poatan.
Okay.
Which on the indigenous culture of Brazil means iron hands or heavy hands, so we put hands of stone.
Yeah, they're very big, very big. For me watching the UFC, it's great to see Alex in there. He performs so well, so quickly. He's gone straight to winning a world championship. Of course, it takes skill, but I'm always interested in the mind of the athlete. For Alex, what does he think that makes him different or sets him apart from the other fighters to achieve something like that so quickly?
Bom, acho que foi a minha disciplina, né? Eu, no início, né? Nos meus primeiros 5 anos de treino, onde eu tinha o meu primeiro treinador, que ele sempre programava os treinos, né, tudo que eu fazia, e depois que eu desvinculei, né, eu comecei a fazer os meus próprios treinos, chamava as pessoas certas para treinar junto comigo. Então assim, eu acho que eu sou um cara disciplinado, igual eu falei para vocês também, que eu parei de beber, né, uma coisa que é muito difícil, né, de acontecer, ainda mais sozinho, sem um tratamento médico, sem alguém assim tá te influenciando, né, a parar. E eu fiz isso sozinho, né? Então acho que muita disciplina, né? Eu acho que as coisas acontecem mais rápido, e foi o que aconteceu dentro do UFC.
Well, a lot comes from discipline, right? He had to develop a high level discipline because his first coach used to draw, okay, you're gonna train this way, all the whole schedule. And once he lost the connection with that, he started making basically his own training. Okay, have the guys to help, he basically have his own stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So in order to get there, he had to learn to have a very, very high level discipline, right?
Okay.
So that translated to his mindset to get where he got.
Hey guys, just a quick break in this episode to share that I have partnered with Dabble, the gambling agency. Dabble is an incredible platform. It's similar to Instagram where you can copy bets off some of the absolute superstars of various games. It's absolutely awesome. Please make sure you do gamble responsibly, only bet what you can. And also, big news, for the next 12 months, I'm going to be doing a Tuesday stream between 7 and 8 p.m. where I'm going to be talking all sports, putting on bets with you guys and having absolute fun. You can find that within the Dabble app, and it's there, as I said, every Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m, the Jake Barkadash live show. Make sure we see you there, and we'll get back into the episode. Was Alex always going to move up to the light heavyweight division regardless of the result with the last fight with Adesanya?
Sim, eu já estava decidido, né? Eu no último corte de peso, faltando 3 quilos aí pra dar o peso. Eu tenho até vídeo gravado, eu falei que seria a última luta nesse peso. Não definitivamente, né? Mas eu precisava desse descanso, né? De algumas lutas em outra categoria, igual no peso meio pesado agora. Eu acho que vou ter esse descanso, essa recuperação, porque foram muitos cortes de peso, né, um atrás do outro. Então, isso prejudica um pouco.
Absolutely. He had that on his mind before that because, he's been having to make that way in a short span of time, multiple times a year, like he made 5 times last year, right? So he had that on the mind ready to go up regardless of the result of the fight. So right now, he's not saying that he will never come back down, but for now, he want to spend some time not having to go through the whole process of weight cutting. Again, he needs time away from there for a little bit so his body can
adjust.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, it's too much. So you do that in short span of time, takes a toll on the body.
Call me crazy, but for Alex, is it possible in his mind to think of being a 2-division champion? Is that a possibility going up to light heavyweight, or is it purely focused on being the best light heavyweight, focusing on the Jan Blachowicz fight?
Bom, isso é possível, porque eu deixei bem claro, né, quando eu subi de categoria, eu falei, se precisar, eu posso bater o peso novamente, né, eu sempre fiz isso, e tô focado nessa nova categoria, mas se precisar, com certeza eu consigo dar o peso.
Absolutely, that can happen because, when I left the middleweight division, I kept it clear with everybody that I can still make that weight class, just chose not to. So we'll see what's in the future, but if it comes down to that, he can make the weight.
And now the next fight is against Jan Blachowicz, UFC 291, July 29th. How does Alex see that fight playing out?
Eu vejo uma luta muito boa, um cara perigoso, um cara, eu diria, completo, ex-campeão, né? Eu não subestimo ninguém, eu vou fazer ali o meu melhor e sair com a vitória.
Well, see, a very good fight, you know what I mean? He's a tough guy. He don't want to underestimate nobody, but he see himself living with the win.
Beautiful. Is the rivalry with Adesanya important to Alex at all, or is it just focused on winning the light heavyweight?
Bom, rivalidade, muitas pessoas colocaram essa rivalidade que eu não vi, né, até hoje. É claro que, eu ganhei do cara 3 vezes, né? É lógico que vai ter provocações, então ele vai falar algo e eu também não vou ficar quieto, né? Então isso automaticamente se torna essa discussão, né? Mas uma rivalidade, eu vejo muitas coisas aí piores, né? Às vezes os caras não podem se encontrar em um lugar e, sai uma briga ali fora do ringue ou do octógono. Comigo, nunca passou isso na minha cabeça de um dia eu encontrar ele e a gente tá brigando fora do octógono.
Depends what rivalry means for people. On his mind, first of all, he already beat the guy 3 times, right? But rivalry, like people say, like a hostility to see each other on the streets and fight each other. It never came through his mind that he could ever fight Adesanya outside of the UFC, like on a brawl or something like that. So for him, he don't see it as rivalry to the point that people see like all the animosity and stuff. But, Israel like to talk some stuff sometimes, and he's not the kind of guy that's going to remain quiet. He's going to talk back. So that's what ended up happening.
Is there a potential plan when Alex wins this fight that maybe there's a world title shot? Is that in discussion with the UFC? Is that a possibility for Alex?
Sim, isso é certo. Pouco tempo atrás eu era campeão, né? Tenho uma história já, e não tenho 25 anos de idade, há 35 anos, então as coisas têm que ser feitas agora.
Tá com um cara bem ranqueado agora também, não tem um cara assim do polaco. Yeah, so definitely, you know what I mean? He's 35 years old, is not like, you know what I mean? Not they have all the time in the world, and to the story that he have inside the organization, yes, after this fight, he most likely will be fighting for the title.
And this fight is in Utah, which is obviously in altitude. Is that something Alex has prepared for or fought in before?
Não, nunca. Tô voltando pra Connecticut, vou conversar com o Glover e vamos ver o que a gente vai fazer, né? A gente vai fazer o que for melhor pra essa luta.
Never coming back to Connecticut, talk to Glover about it, we'll see what's going to happen for this fight.
Beautiful. And then the last one with Glover Teixeira, he's obviously fought and beat Jan Blachowicz. Is that someone that will be supporting Alex in training camp? Is someone you look to maybe get some advice of?
Não, com certeza. O Glover sempre me fala, sempre me dá conselho. Já venceu o Blachowicz, mas eu acho que é um jogo diferente, o meio do Glover, né? Muitas coisas ali que o Glover fez, pro Blachowicz seria mais difícil, né? O Glover colocou ele para baixo. Eu não tenho essa experiência do Glover, mas também tenho uma experiência muito assim grande em pé. Então, assim, são lutadores diferentes, mas eu acredito que seja uma luta boa para mim ainda.
Well, absolutely. Glover's getting every advice that he can. But at the same time, it's different styles, right? The style that Glover fights is the style that Alex fight. Glover beat him by taking him down and grinding him out, while Alex is more a stand-up fighter. But regardless, he see himself winning this fight.
Beautiful. We just have a couple more questions, but I'm interested as well because I think sometimes in combat sports, it can relate to life. And in the 5-minute rounds that Alex fights, sometimes you're not always winning, but in the sport, you can't stop, you can't rest, you can't re-strategize. You have to figure it out yourself. For Alex, when he's losing a round, from a mentality perspective, what does he look to get back on top and find that sort of inner fight?
Isso é treinamento, né? A gente se coloca em situações de risco. A gente tá ali, um exemplo, tem 5 rounds, né? A gente, pelo menos eu, nunca faço 3, 4, 5 rounds com uma pessoa só. Então, no máximo que eu faço são 2 rounds com uma pessoa. Já vem outra, eu tô cansado, vem outra pessoa descansada, eu tenho que me virar. Então, isso me ajuda muito, né? Imagina em um treino, né? Você fazer isso bem e na luta vai dar certo. É o que você tá fazendo no treino, né? A luta é a prova e, pô, tô me dando bem.
Well, it comes down to his training, right? The confidence that he get, because on training, usually he never do more than 2 rounds with somebody doing a 5-round training. So he's always going to throw people that are fresh between those rounds. So he are on a daily basis preparing for a fight, getting used to have to overcome things because the guy jump in, he's tired, the guy's fresh. So he have to sometimes lose some rounds, but always got to push to win to the final of the practice.
And
so that mindset that gives him that type of thing gives him confidence on fight night, so his mind is used to the situation.
And for me, Plinio, I want to ask you, for you, you've probably trained with a lot of fighters, you've been working with Alex for a long time. What in your eyes makes him so special and so unique to the sport?
I'm gonna tell you what, besides being gifted with this great genetics that he have, but I think his work ethic, his discipline and his hard work, besides the good character that he have, humble, makes him, for me, the best of all time. Because, he works hard. He knows that he got to improve on his own. He like, you know what I mean? So he's a guy that's always trying to perform better, try to get better. And he trains more than anybody else I've ever seen.
Beautiful. Well, I want to say thank you, obrigado, Alex, for coming on the show. We appreciate you. Hopefully we see you fight in Australia one day. We would love to see it.
Obrigado.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you.